Hello Leo rising and Leo moon people. This is your weekly astrological horoscope for the week, astrological and card horoscope for the week starting May 1st, 2017. I've got a whole new deck of tarot cards I can't wait to show you. Yes, the oracle's the same, but the tarot is totally different. But first let's talk about the astrology, as we always do in the very beginnings of these videos. And a quick reminder for you guys, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com. So what is going on with the astrology of this week? Well, as you probably saw from the monthly horoscopes, this week is when Mercury goes direct in your your ninth house of higher education, government legal proceedings, as well as long-distance travel, your ninth house, Aries. And later on in the week, it's going to be forming a very strong conjunction to Uranus in the same area of your chart. And there may be an opportunity for you to find out that there is some kind of shortcut or some kind of way to cut corners in a good way, if there is a good way on that turn of phrase, to be able to get into maybe a school program, a government program, or maybe even a travel opportunity that you thought was too hard for you to do. That is because whenever Mercury and Uranus come together, what they do is they actually do eliminate a lot of the busy work. Whatever's going on with that busy work, whether it's, we're trying to get into a graduate program, we're trying to get, a travel opportunity, a visa opportunity, international working opportunity. The ninth house can talk about advertising, broadcasting, being able to communicate with people abroad. If you've been having a hard time kind of getting your business, your creative projects, or maybe even just yourself and your social life out there because of a lot of extra busy work that goes in between, Mercury and Uranus together may be eliminating some big chunk of that for you this week, thus speeding you closer to that goal. We also have the Sun in Taurus in that 10th house of career, upward mobility, and all those good things, forming a gorgeous connection to Neptune, currently in your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, and self-employment income. And this is going to be an opportunity for a lot of you Leo people to actually get some kind of extra on the side, almost like an extra job, almost like an extra paycheck that could become a very regular thing, whether it's through the work that you're doing right now or on top of a personal business, or in addition to a personal business or personal enterprise that you have going on. The offer will most likely be put on the table sometime between Wednesday and Friday, but you may also find that this is something that you can always come back to as well. So what is going on with your cards then this week, we may ask? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Dreamer. And the Dreamer is an interesting card because it kind of talks about us getting a taste of what's to come if we keep going the way we are. So you want to pay special attention this week to how things are, in that sense. Could this be the new norm? If we don't want it to be, we have free will. We can always shift it. We can always transform and change it. That's the nice thing about the world we live in. But with the Dreamer card, it's also a time for you to do some serious observation when it comes to, say, your job, or how things are going with your kids at school, or how things are going with with a lover, or a diet program, or whatever you're on, because the Dreamer says, like, we're taking it for a bit of a test drive. You get to see how things play out. You get to see what the new norm would be if you just accepted this for the as the long term. If you don't like it, you need to shift it. If you do enjoy it, maybe stop trying to shift it so much. But you will be able to see where you are taking, again, a certain lifestyle, a certain area of your life for a test drive, because it's kind of like you're getting a lifetime's experience with this situation all in 1 week. And very seldom do we get an opportunity to be able to kind of know how it would go by just sort of living that out, but you will. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Nine of Swords reversed. And this card is interesting because it can talk about some unnecessary stress about something that really shouldn't even be a stressor. And with the Nine of Swords reversed, this can indicate, some chaos or some anxiety coming from a client, a customer, or a coworker this week that goes on for a little while. Or maybe this is a selection of folks who, again, who are making a big deal out of something small. Typically with the Nine of Swords reversed, we see artificial senses of urgency, artificial shows of power, and sometimes people trying to rush each other where they should not. It's important to pay attention with the Nine of Swords reversed for you, Leo, not to let yourself get guilt-tripped when it comes to handling your finances or your workload this week, because you may be finding out that the squeaky wheel does not always deserve the grease. Maybe the squeaky wheel just needs to be replaced. In fact, sometimes with the Nine of Swords reversed, you can... That was a dryer. Sometimes with the Nine of Swords reversed, you can often see where somebody may be actually trying to get your goat and maybe manipulating you through that sort of fear, through that raising of the stress. Some people do that. Some people, it's kind of, whether they're doing it as a cry for help or they're doing it as a form of manipulation, some people will actually raise the roof in their stressors because they know that's how they've gotten what they've wanted in the past from others. It's going to be up to you to decide if it's worth it for you to play along. I don't think so. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, the others in your life, your relatives, all those people, we have the Ten of Swords reversed. And this is actually a good card to get when it's reversed. Because the Ten of Swords reversed can often indicate an opportunity for a second chance. Now, this might not be a second chance that you get, though you may feel like maybe you want a second chance. Maybe you feel like you blew it with this person. Right? Maybe there was a fight, an argument, we haven't been talking in a while, there's been some kind of snap, some kind of misunderstanding, and you kind of wish you had a second chance. You know you did it, and you want a second chance to make it up to this person. That can come this week from this card. And that likewise, you may want to be on notice to where you can give somebody a second chance and not be disappointed when it comes to friends and relatives this week. Again, I want you to pay attention with that Ten of Swords reversed, because it is talking about the second chance being better the second time around anyway, whatever the situation is. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Knight of Cups reversed. Alright? So the Knight of Cups reversed can be a bit of an interesting card because it does talk about somebody who maybe trying really, really hard, again, to win you over by kissing up too much 1 minute and then the next, again, being a bit more dramatic, a bit more insecure. It's kind of like they don't know they don't know that the middle ground is actually the stable ground. They have a tendency to be, they're kissing up, they're trying to worship the ground you walk on 1 minute and then the next. It's all over the place. And I feel like what's happening is this might actually be somebody who you have a crush on, or maybe somebody you've been dating. The challenge with the Knight of Cups reversed is paying attention is that you have an emotional connection to this person. Most likely a water sign, a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, or somebody with those qualities to them. But the Knight of Cups reversed, if it's not a romantic situation, we do have a lot of emotional threads between us. Okay, again, this could be even one of our kids, a relative of ours, but this is somebody who will be a challenge this week because, again, they don't know how to do anything without those extremes and absolutes. And it's important to pay attention to where that needs to... Sometimes that has to be taught to people. Some people are actually proud of that, and that could be a hard hurdle to cross. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Four of Cups upright. And this card's kind of interesting, and I'm guessing that maybe this Knight of Cups reversed was not a lover, because the Four of Cups upright is a very different kind of energy, and just what I'm picking up from this card in general, it kind of feels like a bit of a despondent energy coming from a crush or from a partner. There's an attitude in your love life this week where it's kind of like a person is obsessing over why something won't work in the face of something that actually will work right in front of them. Sometimes this happens, people can sometimes get into those attitudes where it's like, I don't want the good one, I want the one I want, and this might be something, and if you know that's you listen, but with the Four of Cups upright, it's sort of, this energy of this person dwelling over why something didn't work or why it can't work with the tools of the situation that's there. So maybe a partner's not having an easy time getting into the job they want, or maybe they don't live where they want to live, or maybe, there's something that they're just not willing or able to go through with fixing. Or possibly, you could be single and dating and trying to, again, pay attention to the Dreamer card. You're getting a glimpse of the long term, with a lot of people. So you don't want to necessarily try to make something work that's not going to work when you have a better option. Sometimes we think drama and tension and adrenaline is the same as passion, affection, and, and intimacy, and it's not. And so be careful about people who will give you that instead of a good relationship, or people who want to, sort of dwell on why they can't just have that forever. Because there's a sort of weird disappointing energy coming from the other this week. And, I think that when it comes to your sweetheart, when it comes to your partner, I mean, we could probably change their mind about the situation that they're in. But when it comes to crushes and dating situations, just find out where a person doesn't want better. And then you've got to make an informed decision about whether or not to stay with that person. So I hope you found that helpful, Leo. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.